Welcome back to the Daily Bollocks. Today we are exposing Paul Thorpe's propaganda factory and dissecting the ultimate guilt by association scam. Our target today is Paul Thorpe, and the charge is breathtaking hypocrisy and coordinated political grifting. We are putting his propaganda factory under the microscope to expose exactly how he manufactures outrage while demanding total immunity for himself. Let's look at the exposure. The Daily Agenda completely trashed Thorpe's malicious allegations. A solicitor pointed out that Thorpe's association with Tommy Robinson and his followers makes him a legitimate target for criticism. The reaction? Thorpe had an absolute meltdown. He fumed over being linked to the toxic threats made by his supporters, demanding that he must not be judged by the company he keeps. But let's look at Exhibit A, the counterfeit Rolex empire. Paul Thorpe constantly boasts about his 40 years in the luxury watch business, yet when his own son, Jamie Thorpe, was arrested, charged and pleaded guilty of fleecing victims out of over £650,000 through the sale of fake Rolexes, Paul suddenly knew absolutely nothing. In a statement to WikiWatch Leaks, Thorpe declared, "His past issues are his own. I don't know anyone yet who's been guilty of any crime for merely being a relative." When his own son runs a criminal empire or his political allies spew toxicity, Thorpe's rule is absolute: no guilt by association. But suddenly, when the target is Restore Britain, Thorpe's rulebook is thrown out the window. He launches a vicious campaign of hate against Restore Britain, relentlessly demanding Rupert Lowe tone it down and publicly cut off so-called ethno-nationalist supporters. He weaponizes the exact same guilt by association he cries about. Look at this double standard side by side. On one hand, his son's fake Rolex scam with a massive fortune stolen and a criminal conviction. Thorpe's reaction? He claims he knows absolutely nothing and demands immunity from association. On the other hand, Restore Britain. Based on random anonymous accounts on Twitter with zero proof Lowe shares their views, Thorpe launches a vicious smear campaign and demands total guilt by association. Thorpe admits he has absolutely zero evidence that Lowe shares these views. Instead, he balances a massive criminal fraud against anonymous Twitter trolls, making baseless statements, refusing to back them up and demanding Lowe disavow random anonymous internet accounts. He's manufacturing guilt out of thin air. Because Thorpe has no actual evidence to back up his smears against Restore Britain, he relies on a manufactured consensus. The asset? Introducing the deployed fake caller, Charlie or Row. This scripted actor is brought in to organically echo Thorpe's exact demands on live air. The goal is to create a completely fake consensus to manipulate the audience. It operates as a complete echo chamber loop. First, Thorpe pushes his baseless agenda against Restore Britain. Next, the fake deployed caller chimes in to organically echo Thorpe's exact demands. Then, Thorpe pretends to be amazed by this random caller's brilliant insight. And finally, Thorpe uses this fake consensus to demand Lowe's surrender, manipulating his audience into believing the lie. The verdict? It is ironic, it's downright hypocritical. It exposes him for what he truly is, a lying, grifting coward. He demands total immunity for his own massive family scandals while manufacturing guilt out of thin air to destroy true patriots. What a pathetic loser. If you want the unvarnished truth without the manufactured outrage, you know where to find us. Hit like, subscribe and comment. See you next time.